Good, good morning, everybody. We're here in the kitchen villa bathroom, and what we've come to find out is that our fixtures don't line up flush with the tiles because these connectors, these PVC connectors that you see there on the outside are not countersunk. They have to be countersunk inside the tile, and they're not. And I don't know, the plumber blames the foreman, and the foreman is not here to defend himself. But what I can tell you is that what we did find out just this couple of past days is that wall is not built at a 100% 90-degree angle. So it's really not a perfect wall. And I think that might have had something to do with the fixtures not lining up. I'm not really sure, but the plumber wanted to just leave it the way it was with a like a 2-inch gap between the end of the fixture and the wall, and I wasn't having that. No way. So I said, take it all apart. They took out the tile. Now they're chipping away at the PVC pipe to loosen it, so they can push it back inside the wall. So that's what we're doing here. Today is a day of fixing, and you're gonna see coming up now in a few seconds what I mean. So here you can see what are the tile guys doing. You know what they're doing? They're pulling up tiles that they set yesterday. Why? Because after we inspected all the tiles last night, after they dried a little bit, after 2 days of tiling, we found a lot of hollow spots under some of the tiles. So we counted about 6 tiles out of the 23 that they put down had hollow spots on the seams. They seem to be laid in pretty well, except they weren't spreading the cement far enough over to the next tile. So they were creating these like channels in between the connecting tiles, and it was creating hollow sounds. And I'm not having that either. I'm not standing for any imperfections that I can at least find. So today, the tile guys, instead of laying tiles, they're pulling up tiles. And I'd rather try to correct the problem now than wait for the tiles to crack. I'm sure they wouldn't last a few weeks if we don't fix them. So not a problem. I find there's always a solution to every problem. You just have to be willing to tackle it head on, and you can't shy away from these problems. You can't say, oh, look at this fixtures don't line up. Let's come up, let's Mickey Mouse something. No, I said absolutely not. I said the tile's gonna come out of the wall, and you're gonna chip away the tubes, and you're gonna push them back inside the wall, and that's what they're doing. Because there's no way. I mean, my shower fixtures are top of the line, $800 fixtures. And there's no way I'm going to have them look like a 5 peso fixture when they cost about $800 US. So that's that, and that's what they're doing. So today, instead of doing work, they're fixing work that they already did, and that's just the way it goes. You can't let it bring you down. You can't let it stress you out. But you got to fix it. You have to take these imperfections and correct them. And I find that it's just part of the job. Someone had mentioned in a comment that I bring new meaning to the word micromanaging. And well, when you're spending $200,000 on a house to be built properly, I don't care what you call me. You can call me a micromanager all you want, but I'm gonna damn well make sure that everything gets put in and installed correctly. There's Sammy. Sammy's has asthma. He was out sick yesterday. He doesn't really take good care of himself. And another question someone asked, and here's Lynn. She wants to. She's leaving for Taliban. Bye, baby. She has to go pick up her parents, get a pig for tomorrow, having lechon, and having a family get together before I leave the Philippines, which is next week. So Lynn's gonna have a lot of work on her hands still. I thought we'd be moving in by now, but no such luck. And that's what it is. That's what construction. That's what you can expect if you're building a house here in the Philippines. If you're planning on moving in 6 to 8 months, plan on moving in 8 to 12 months, and that's just the way it goes. Nando's planing the frame, the top frame for the countertops. That has to be perfectly level, without any exceptions. So the countertop has a firm, level place to sit on. And so this is Chubby Guy doing the chipping away. It took them, I'd say, about an hour to get this far. Not that long. They cut that tile out perfectly. None of the other tiles cracked around it. So it's only one tile that we have to replace, and I've got at least 2 boxes of backup tiles. The other problem that we have with the kitchen tiles is we didn't buy enough tiles. And I blame myself for that, but this is what happened. So when the foreman was still working, he gave us the measurements for that room, the square meters. And so that's what we used to buy the tiles. And lo and behold, last night, we only have half of what we need. After everybody went home and things settled down, Jake and one of my other guys here on the floors checked all the tiles for gaps. I did the measurements for all that, and we found 6 tiles. We have exactly enough tiles. We didn't run out. So we don't have the guys have a ton of extra. We have a couple of boxes for the wall tiles that had imperfections, and maybe like 3. And you'll see right here. You'll see this where the measurements that I took. They weren't on for 3 lining the. They weren't getting the cement all the way flush to the next tile. They were leaving these huge gaps. Kitchen, which is I don't understand how that even happens. So that's why we're like they were just making short with the tile, kitchen tiles. Ultimately, not really my responsibility, and I should have connect. I should have done the measurement. I shouldn't have asked the foreman, but I don't really know. You think that all I know is that we found 6 tiles that had hollow sounds underneath them. I guess he doesn't. We checked all the tiles. Anyways, he's not here anymore, so I'm happy about that. With a couple of different instruments. Today is Saturday. Usually they don't work crazy hard on Saturdays. We only found 6 tiles that needed to be pulled up. For me, Saturday is always like, that's what we're doing here. That's what the tile guys are doing. Whether they're fixing stuff or not fixing stuff. If I can prevent these tiles from cracking, they get work done everything in my power that I can. But it's not like a Monday or a Tuesday. At some point, you have to trust what the workers are doing. They only work till about 4 o'clock on Saturdays. I believe that all the other things on their mind is going home to their families and having. I really believe that we found Saturday night and Sunday the tiles that. And I don't blame them. Not one bit. I'd probably be in the same tile as well, without cracking or breaking any of them. I don't push the guys on Saturdays. Now what they're doing is they're chipping away the cement that they poured. I give them a lot of freedom, so they're getting back down to the subfloor. I give them a huge leash, and they're going to start from scratch. They got to relay 6 it's all about fixing and correcting all the problems. That's just the way it goes. So that's it. These are the guys chipping away the cement. You really got to get that cement pulled up.